Greetings, Spiritual Collective. Today's message is centered around stability and strength and a certain order to your life that really is solid foundation, followed by the High Priestess, joined with the Three of Cups. You've really become a powerful person. You've become even more intuitive over time. And there will be a time of rejoicing, whether with others of a like mind and like philosophy, or with the spirits, with offerings to the goddess of this abundant new spiritual life that's really rooted in a strong foundation of order and a certain strength and stability. The last card following these cards is the Chariot. Movement forward. Things are not going to be the same, the stagnant way that they were now. They're moving forward, and they should be. That's where your growth lies. I pulled two cards on this spread and received Movement and the Moon. Movement again. This card following right after I pulled the Chariot card. Movement is key. Forward movements. Keep moving forward. Keep going. The Moon. The Moon plays a big important role in your spirituality, in the insights that you're going to be given. Pay attention to the messages in your dreams, any visions or meditations that you may receive with any guidance. Pay attention to these, especially around the Moon. There's some clarity there for you. Really need to get in touch with that intuitive calling that you are feeling, to be more, even more so in line with your spirituality. You've been growing spiritually, but you're more solid than ever now, and your foundation is so solid that there's no going back. There's a certain point that you've reached. Going forward is just pure strength. You will grow spiritually beyond what you had thought possible. You may even have been shocked at how spiritually more gifted you've become over time. But that's only going to be amplified, especially with forward movement on your path, with your dedications, with your rituals. This needs to be heightened. Five of Cups. We've gotten this in prior readings. Five of Cups. We need to not pay attention, or we need to not dwell and focus too much on the cups that are broken or empty, and focus on what we have. This gratitude, this alignment with more positive emotional well-being through our thoughts and through our emotional focus. That will only help us. And Judgment. Rising like the phoenix. Being reborn through all of your hard work and all of your trials and tribulations. You are now blossoming forth, being reborn into this newer, brighter, more spiritual version of yourself. There may have been a time where you were more stagnant and slow growth in your spiritual development. Not to say that it wasn't there, just to say that it was slower than it had been before, or it had taken a little pause in its forward movement. But that's not the case anymore. It's going to take off more so than ever. Okay, the Chariot. Oh my gosh, again, we have the Chariot. 2 chariots. Movement and forward growth and steady focus. Movement forward is key at this time. Very important. You've got 3 movement cards. Okay. Yes, okay. We've got the 8 of Swords and we've got the 6 of Swords, okay? So you had been feeling trapped, or sometimes you still even feel trapped by your thoughts. Thoughts that plague you, reoccurring themes in your head, looping to where you feel like you're analysis paralysis. You can't move, you feel stuck, surrounded by all these thoughts that are just holding you back from going forward. Especially since in this image it is a crow or raven and you could just fly off, probably. Or even walk through some of the swords. So it's something that, of course, you can see your way through, you can get out of, but it's something you feel you can't, even though you can. It's kind of invisible to you, this fortress of thoughts that hold you back, these beliefs, these worries and fears that are holding you back, but they're not really. It's something you can surpass. It's something you can escape and you can move beyond. Which, paired with the 6 of Swords, you're going towards calmer waters. You're moving towards this. You were in that spot of the 8 of Swords, and now you're moving, because of this movement, even with the boat is also moving forward into a new place, into a new destination. Things will get better from here with movements, even with whatever thoughts and concerns you have. You're moving towards a calmer place within your mind and within your emotional being. Oh. Strength. Again, strength, the Emperor, strength, the High Priestess, strength. There's a strength here. Let's see. It's interesting. Hold on one second. Let me. Oh, I see. You see something on the tree. This strength is grounded. It's rooted deep in the earth. Again, it's you've gotten to this point of your foundation to where even if you did have a moment, a tower moment or something, or something happened to stall you, the foundation that you've worked hard to develop is it's solid. It's not going to go, it's not going to, it's not earth-shattering. In fact, it's formidable. This is something you never thought you could be this strong. You never thought you could be this, have this much growth. But here you are. You're stable. Your foundation is solid. It's rooted in the earth. You aren't going anywhere. If a branch falls down, that's okay, because you are a strong, large, formidable tree. I've been wondering when we were going to get a reading about our spiritual path. Diving for light, diving deep into our inner depths, into our subconscious mind, into our inner self to find the light. Every journey starts with a single step. Remember that formidable tree was once a little seed, a little whatever, and it grew and it became huge, and it's got fruit of its own now, just like you. And you've been on a few first steps, a few journeys that began with this first step in cycling and cycles, and here you are again, and you're adding yet another journey to your life, to your story. But this journey is also within, finding that light. Okay, it's without as well. You are putting yourself out there, which you need to do. But there's also a lot of going in and dealing with a lot of inner stuff that needs to happen in order to find that light to help you move forward. Again, another movement card, okay? Every journey starts with a single step. You've got two of the Chariot cards, and you have a movement card. We have so much movement in this reading that movement is key, but also a solid foundation. We start with the solid foundation. We have this deep spiritual growth and rebirth. And despite being stuck, despite our fears and anxiety, we push forward. And that's what you're doing. That's what we're doing. This is a wonderful read. This is nice. There is reason to rejoice. There is reason to rejoice because you've made it this far. You've come so far. Your intuition, your spirituality is on point. Elemental magic. Elemental magic. So working with the elements at this time could enhance your abilities, getting out in nature, really knowing your place and your part and your connection with the elements and your path and how that works as a whole. That really help with the movement of your journey. And pentagram. Again, we're called to think of the 5 elements in the pentagram, but also too. This feels solid. There's some kind of foundation here on this pentagram. 5 blocks behind him. Building. You've built something. So this foundation, again, something about the foundation is rock solid. And so you're good to move forward. You're good to have this growth. You'll only get better over time. There's no need to worry. Any little upset will only be minor in comparison to what you have established for yourself. You should be proud. You should be happy. You should be rejoicing. Oh my God. Okay, so there's a pentagram in here, in this image, and poppets. So working with poppets, doll magic, that could be something you want to incorporate into your practice as well. Interesting. Elements, pentagram, and poppets. Maybe making poppets with herbs, herbal poppets, incorporating the elements in those. Ritual is heavy here. What else? This is really positive read. Very positive. Okay. Let's draw a few more cards. Any added messages? Anything else to add? It's important to move forward on your path. Learn new things, incorporate new things. Movement is key right now. Oh, wow. Okay, the Knight of Wands, which obviously implies movement. But look, the two horses on the carousel. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Like, feeling like the Chariot again with the horses moving. Horses and movement. So something also about obviously movement, but also something about horses, about their freedom, their free and passionate movement forward. Now, of course, with the Chariot, it's more restrained. You're kind of getting those opposite forces into like focus, but there's also something about free, forward, passionate movement, moving towards your passion, going just that free movement towards something will help you so much. Getting out of your head, getting out of that Eight of Swords, and moving freely. Maybe even doing some other free movement like dancing or some kind of like sport or something that you like to do that's a lot of movement that makes you feel free, some kind of play, some kind of acrobat, something that you like to do. Okay, so we've got cards kind of flipped out on me here. Oh, we do have a Tower here. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I have the Six of Pentacles came out. And then together, that landed on top of each other, was the Two of Wands reaching out. In this one, we are looking at the moon again. The moon plays a role in this card as well as a previous card. Oracle card of the moon. The moon. Okay, connecting with that intuitive, dreamy, illusionary, symbolic, watery world of the moon. And then this one is reaching out to the dead with the Ouija board. Have you thought about necromancy or mediumship? Interesting. Okay, so with the moon and with the Two of Wands, with the Ouija board, we got the Tower. Reaching out. Tower. And then the Six of Pentacles. Reaching out. Reaching out spiritually, reaching out to the other side. A Tower moment. Something changing. Maybe a viewpoint, maybe an idea, some kind of something happening that changes. Again, the foundation, like I said, your foundation is still okay. And this feels catastrophic. But then you have the Six of Pentacles, where the same, looks like the same girl, the same woman is able to give. She's giving to the rats, and she has balance, give and take. Finding a way to give. I don't know what this Tower is for, though. The Tower. What's this Tower for? Letting go and the High Priestess of Earth. Letting go, the Tower, falling, a surprise, sudden letting go. The High Priestess of Earth, letting go of over materialistic pursuits, letting go, growth through letting go. No, it's growth through letting go. It's giving. Okay, all right, I get it. Okay, so it's a perception shift. It's being able to give and get and give equally. Letting go, being able to let go, being able to receive. Letting go of the control around how you receive. Transformation, right? Transformation and growth through letting go. You're able to give, and you're able to reach out. Okay. I think it's more of a perception thing with the Tower right now, at least for this reading. Because it's such a solid movement. It's such a, I mean, it's such a solid, well, again, it's a solid foundation with a whole bunch of movement in this reading. There's so many like foundation cards, and then there's so many movement cards. Just, it's very interesting. But moving forward, doing what you're doing, and just being focused on that. So, yeah, okay. All right. Let's see. Anything else? Let's end this reading off. Let's see what additional ending energy that we can tie into this for added clarity. How do we end this reading tonight? What added messages do we need to... It's a good reading. There's so much movement and so much growth here. Whoa. 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 Okay. Oh God. Okay. Interesting. Wow. Okay. So, Orpheus and Eurydice, I'm saying that wrong. Well, basically, they're in the underworld, and he's moving out. Supposedly, he can't look at her because Hades allowed her to go with him to the mortal realm, but he can't look behind. And then when he reaches the mortal world, when he looks behind, she disappears, letting go. Letting go of memories of the past, letting go again. But we also have the underworld here. We also have the dead, and you know, death, reaching out, spirits. So that's interesting. Maybe a few of you are thinking about, again, channeling messages from the deceased, or you have a connection to the deceased. You have an affinity working with graveyards, working in that sort of dark death magic, and not, again, always in the negative way. It's just an aspect of spirituality that embraces that death and that transformation. That's very interesting, that letting go. But then, with this card, Aphrodite, love and beauty, very interesting combination to get those two coming out. Again, a very beautiful read, but there is a need to let go, and there is a need for acceptance. And you have control, you have stability, but don't be so obsessed with how things happen and the need for total control of how things play out. I think that's needed. And then there's a surrender, the kind of feeling of Aphrodite, who is that very gentle goddess. And with that, good night.